Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Grand Spartan. Want to thank you all for your support this past weekend on the streams, all three of them. It was a great weekend. We did a lot of fun things. Got a lot done on the stream series. And Stream Destiny 2 on Friday night. All of those are up and available for your viewing pleasure. If you so care to do so, they're there. I posted the replays. But wow, we had a great turnout for all of them. A lot of fun. And I just want to start the episode out by thanking you. Today is kind of my Monday episode. I know you all had an episode yesterday. Monday episode. Ooh, we're out of lead there. We need lead. And we have no lead. All right. Well, that's not good. Because I recorded yesterday's episode, the Horde video. I recorded that on Thursday. I was just looking at the glass in there. We don't have a lot of glass either. That was what I was holding us back before. Let's see how many bulletproof glass I could make. So today is ketchup day, and not the kind of ketchup that you put on your sandwich. Ketchup day for me. Figure out what I was doing. Boy, we are out of resources, aren't we? So today is mining day. Oh boy, we're out of everything. Well, let me get some regular crossbow bolts first. Talked to TCG about that the other day. He's like, boy, you're wasting so many resources with those exploding crossbow bolts. And I am. And someone was also saying to split this up. This is not a necessity. I'm not really looking at that seriously. I leave those open for cement when we do make this cement. I guess I could split a couple up. How many can we make in total? 49. So we'll do 25 in this one, and we'll do 24 in that one. How about that? Just for now, we'll split it up. But we could split it all four ways, couldn't we? Just for the time being. Let's do 10. Let's do 14, because we can cancel it any time, I guess. But this is not important. I do not really need this fertilizer. It was more or less just to have extra. But I figured out something on the stream series this past weekend. Beautiful. So let's take a look at it real quick here. Let's take a look at it. Burnt biome. Okay, so in the burnt biome, if you zoom in, and you see a black spot. See that black spot? That is most likely coal or nitrate or something like that. That most likely is too. But when you see these giant clusters of black on your map, the large ones, that's fertilizer. There's another one right there. Big giant cluster. So that's how we locate, and there's one right there. That's how we locate the fertilizer. And maybe I can take a trip over there and see. But right now, and I told you last week we're going to have to do it. Right now, we need to go auger. Lots of stone, iron, coal, nitrate. We need it all. So you're going to have to bear with me for at least an episode or so and see what we can get accomplished in the way of, 500 duct tape there. Goodness. Well, let me take a look at this too. This is something that you all said you wanted me to change. And I want to look at this real fast. Let's see. Concrete. Let me look at my building supplies and make sure before we take off that I don't... Oh, yeah, we do. We have some arches. All right. Let's take out the old auger. And you all said that I should take this piece and put it there like that. And I think this is what you said. I think. Put there like that. Something like that. Does that look better? I don't like it. I don't like that little gap there. But once we paint it, now you have to remember too, once we paint that, and if this is not what you were talking about, let me know, because we're not going to do any work on this today. We're going to come back and do this. Once we paint it, like paint this block right here, it's going to look a lot different. It's going to look a lot better. It is, just bear with me on that. Stick this away in here. We're going to stick that in there. You on here. I think we have everything we need. Let's take a bite of some meat stew. Don't need to. Goldenrod tea. Don't need to. All right, we're good. We're good to go out and search for some resources. And before I go above ground and get yelled at by a screamer, lead nitrate right there. Lead mine right there. Coal right there. Nitrate mine right there. Mine right there. Of course, I think I can delete that mine. I don't think that mine is any good. Let's remove waypoint for that one. I think that's one we started out in until we found this one. This mine, though, may be the one we want to go to, but we had the Wasteland mine. And, I keep thinking, boy, that Wasteland is just a place to go. Let me do a quick marker here so I can just drive straight to it without having to think. Keep thinking I want to go back and check that Wasteland out and see what's up with it. If it's and someone also, ooh, is this ready? Oh, it is ready. Well, wow. Okay, so someone was saying this is in a different chunk than that is. Well, what I don't understand about that is if this is in a different chunk, it would be in the most active chunk where we're located all the time. And the other part is not. So why would this not grow? It's almost like I need to take this section off and put the other section, the 4 or whatever on the other side. Or not even worry about planting this side. We're not going to do this right now, but we are going to do this. And today, we'll probably need to go ahead and harvest our wood and get everything planted, harvested the crops and replanted. So when I stick things, when I did on the server, I just plopped a bunch of resources in and crafted it. But the paint, I think, is one of each makes 50 paint. I don't even think I paid attention to that. I just created a couple thousand of it here, a couple thousand of it there, not really paying attention to what I had because I had an abundance of everything. But anyway, so that's going to make plenty of paint for us to start painting our structure. And then, like I said, also the fertilizer I'm crafting and the cement mixes, we can cancel that at any time. If I really want it now, I think in about 10 minutes, we found almost 100 fertilizer over in the burnt biome. So imagine how long that would take us in the cement mixers crafting when we could just go over there in 10 minutes of an episode and get 60, 80, 100 fertilizer. So I'll look at that in the future too. If we need more fertilizer instead of having to craft it, we'll just go dig it up in the burnt biome now that I've learned how to do that, how to locate it easily. Before, when I was looking at those dots, I was thinking, oh, that's just leading me to a node. If I look at that dot, a node of coal or whatever, it's not leading me to fertilizer. But now I know, and knowing is half the battle. Oh, so if you missed this past weekend stream with Big Mama, then I encourage you at least to go click on it and take a look at what our Big Mama stream looked like. I think I rushed out of here, and I did not mark the place that I went down into, did I? Because we came out, and there was a wandering horde that was standing up above us. Son of a gun, Spartan. Son of a gun. That's all right. We'll start a new one. We'll start a new hole. Trying to look and make sure there's so much clutter over here. It's hard to see what's what. I'm trying to avoid. Oh, there's a zombie bear. Zombie bear. Zombie bear. Look out. Here comes the zombie bear. Boy, it has to be close by, though. I was looking for frames or just a hole in the ground. Well, I guess we'll just start a new one. Only makes sense to do that. And we're going to go north. We're going to go north. And I better frame this off, being that last time we were here, we had that wandering horde come by. And they were all standing above me. That was a tough horde, too. Those were soldiers. We get those down in here, and it's going to be trouble. Let's see what our elevation's at. It's plus 23 right here, so who knows? You know, resources could be anywhere. Don't necessarily need to go down to minus 30 or 40 or whatever when you're starting out at an elevated area. I get that question all the time. You know, where do I find this, and what level do I find that? Well, I was in the desert on the multiplayer server, and I was finding oil shale and lead and all of that stuff at like plus 2 because of the elevation started out, well, kind of like we are here, you know, at like plus 20 or plus 30 or whatever it was. So I don't really think there's a magical depth per se. I think it's just all according to where you start out at, the elevation that you start out at. Matter of fact, let's put that to the test right now. And let me, since we need it all, what direction? Yeah, okay, so we're heading into the wasteland area. But we had a great time this weekend on the streams, covering both Destiny and 7 Days to Die. Saturday was our Horde day. I could not stream on Friday, or I could have 7 days. I did not have time to cover the Horde and the cleanup and to get anything else done. But I still wanted to stream. So I thought, well, maybe we'll just run a different game. And I've been playing a little bit of Destiny 2. Of course, I haven't played it now since the stream. But I thought, well, let's cover that. Let's cover that game for a couple hours. I didn't want to get wrapped up into the Horde video and all, the Horde stream on a Friday and only be able to go for 2 hours. It's looking like nothing that way, just in the immediate future. This way leads over to the forest. Of course, that is the good forest, though. That is the good forest. I think I had even said in an episode not too long ago, maybe we even mine straight over here out of the wasteland into the forest or something. Kind of doesn't make sense, though. Why not just go over to the forest and mine there? Kind of curious what we might find. Ah, you goofed. No, I didn't goof up. What I might find here in the wasteland. For resources. We can find coal and lead and nitrate. I'm going to have to ride around a little bit more. I try to rush through things on here because I don't want to waste your time. And that was my fault for not marking that thing properly or coming over here at nighttime where I couldn't see where I had marked it. But I know we did have a pretty good spot for, I think, nitrate and lead. Not sure about that 100%. We're at elevation minus 11 now. Minus 11. Let's do that again. Let's branch out. Now remember, minus 11. Oh, here we go. Here's some resources. Minus 11, but we started at plus, what, 20-something. So, well, we need it all, so I'm not going to be too selective here. I'd like to find an opening that had more than just iron, but I will nip at this for just a moment here. Go ahead and scoop up what we're going to scoop up. It's such a great bunch of people we've had these past few months or so. Well, and always, but especially here recently since I started the live streaming. Those of you who show up and hang out for the entire live stream, or just show up for a minute. I mean, just, whatever the case may be. But stopping by there and saying hi, I can't thank you all enough for your support. And especially those that have donated these past few months. You really made that all worth my while to stream. And I love doing the outfits and trying to be as entertaining as possible. And that's just been a lot of fun. And I thank you all. If it weren't for you all and your donations, your comments, your just showing up to those streams, I would not live stream at all. It's very time consuming and taxing on me to do so, because I try to put a lot of energy into it and a lot of effort. Someone said the other day, man, Grand Spartan, you're spending more on outfits than you're making on the channel. And they're right. All the donations are going back into costumes. And but it's all fun, just kind of giving back in that way to those of you who have donated. Try to add a little laughter to your day, and hopefully I have been successful in doing so. All right, so nothing there. Let's just continue going down since we're close by where we were augering. I'll tell you what, we're gonna repair this. I'm gonna throw that out. But it's been said to me before, and I 100% agree, we have a great community here. A small community, but it's a very, very solid community of fine folks. All of you are just as good of people as you ever want to meet. And it shows in the chat. I'll see a lot of chat going by. And I'll go look over to catch up, and you all are just chatting amongst yourselves. And that's a sign of a good community right there, folks. When I don't have to be the focal point of the conversation that's going on in chat. But we're going to keep on going down just a little bit more. We are at minus 31, so we're almost at that magical point where we can kind of... Oh, what did I do there? Start branching out all directions and hopefully find ourselves. We're going to go down to about minus 40. Maybe minus 42. And then we're going to start branching out and see what we can find. But it doesn't matter. Either way, I need a lot of stone and a lot of iron, more importantly than anything else. I think we're good on shotgun shells right now. I think we're good on it. So if we couldn't find gunpowder immediately, it wouldn't be a game ender. We certainly need to be able to make more exploding crossbow bolts in the very near future. So we're going to need it for gunpowder for that. But I think the design of the base and the way we're going right now... Oh! Lead! We have found lead! And that is what we're going for, folks. We need lead for bulletproof glass. Look at all of that beautiful lead. We may have hit it at just the right level, too, because I'm digging up, looking up. I might have to go up a little bit, though. Oh, I missed a little lead there. You get above it and come down on it, and then you don't lose it as much. If you're down below it, you have to dig up. That's why I said we might have come in at the right level where we're not going to lose any. I'm still going to get this stone while I'm here. The iron, all of that. We need it all. One thing we kind of don't need are more levels right now. So it's just going to make this horde almost impossible that we're going to take on here next week. And just get it all nice and open down here. See what we have. But it does look like we're going to be going straight down to mine this lead. Looks like it's going to be all beneath us here. Let me get up here and mine down onto it. Nice! Well, this is a great find here. Hopefully we'll bump into some coal or nitrate or something. If not, not a big deal. You know, we do have the forest biome right next to us. Most likely will provide that for us. We'll go over there and take care of our coal and nitrate needs. How much are we already up to? 3667. Oh, it's a nice little spot for lead, too. Notice this on the multiplayer server, that we were, if you'd come across lead, you would come across tens of thousands of lead. Like, you wouldn't even want to mine it all, there'd be so much. The same with nitrate and coal. I know it was Glimpse and some others who were over in the desert. And we had more oil shale. At some point, I gave away... Oh, I don't remember what it was now, but I gave away enough oil shale to make, what was it, like 800,000 gas or something. It was a crazy amount. I just gave it away because I was going to throw it away. I didn't need it. I already had all that I needed, but it was just taking up inventory space while I was getting nitrate and lead over there in the desert biome. So it's like when you find it here on Alpha 16 now, you really do find it. You don't just find a couple little pieces of it. It seems to be very, very plentiful. You know what I need to do? Yeah, I need to mark this right now. You know how I get, folks. I will completely forget. Where we came in at. And I'll be making a new exit. I don't have to do that if I can help it. You know, one thing we haven't seen yet is a collapse from me mining the way I mine. It's always been rare, but I sort of expected it to happen by now with the way I get all, willy-nilly or, you know, just crazy with the auger and start just picking at nodes and chasing them. And next thing you know, I have this massive open area where I've just picked and clicked with the auger, all directions. And I've not seen any cave-ins yet. It's not to say it won't happen. We hope it doesn't happen, because if it does, I'm probably going to die and lose all my resources that I've been mining for. But not seen it yet. So this run's going to provide us enough lead to make more bulletproof glass and hopefully finish out the walkways at least. I don't know. I don't know how much it's going to take exactly. But we certainly need a lot of lead, sand, stone, all of that, and we're gathering that right now. So just bear with me here a little bit longer while we have a good spot, because who knows? You know, the way I lose these mining spots, I might not find it again. While we're here, might as well get the most out of it, all right? I'll just hold down on the button here for a moment. Kind of clear some of this out. Yeah. Gobble it up. Yeah. We're gonna go back with a pocket full of goodies, folks. Pocket full of goodies. Trying Kind of shave it off one level at a time so don't waste anything. Well, one thing is for sure in the wasteland, there is plenty of lead. I think this is the second lead mine we found over here in different locations now. So if you are in need of lead, and you're looking for lead in all the wrong places, go to the wasteland biome. Have yourself some. Like I said, I think the last mine we had, we found a lot of lead and nitrate, didn't we? Wasn't it nitrate? I don't remember now. It's either coal or nitrate, one or the other. Just kind of hoping as we dug down here, we might find a little bit of that too. But you see how I'm doing it level by level? I think this is the easiest way to do it. You take it level by level, and then you don't lose any. You saw how we had some fall in earlier, but if you do it this way, one level at a time, you don't lose any to collapsing. Like I did right there with that iron. You see that? But we need stone, so I normally would only go after the gravel, but to clear it out. But in this case, you know, I'm going after stone too, because we need to restock and resupply. That way we can get a bunch of episodes of building in between now and next ford. We have 5 days left until the next ford. Now, I'll need to check my shotgun shell supply when we get back. Pretty sure we're okay there. What are we doing on iron now? We don't have a whole lot of iron. I need to kind of get back at picking at that as well. Better get a couple more stacks of that. Yeah, some of you are saying in the stream the other day, you're having difficulty finding an auger blade. Well, if you just go to the traders, if you get a bunch on cycle, like if you only have one or two, you may have some difficulties finding it. But if you get yourself a few traders on cycle, and you go there every respawn period, and you have your 3 points in secret stash, I find it hard to believe that you won't find an auger blade. You pretty much ask anyone that I play with on the server, on the server or their single player games, they've all found auger parts, blades, all that stuff at the traders eventually within the first couple weeks or so of the game. So it's there, you just have to be persistent and try to get there every time it respawns. And we're fortunate here on this series that we had two traders at the beginning side by side, and actually three traders side by side, which made it very simple for us to get those things on rotation every 3 days. And then we had the other two traders side by side over, not too far from here. So, but if you can find just a few, that's my suggestion. I get that question all the time. Where do I get an auger blade? Well, you just get it from the trader. You buy the whole thing from the trader, honestly. You can buy the whole auger from the trader sometimes. And you don't need a good one. You just need a brown auger or anything to kind of get you started and get those levels kicking early on so you can get your points distributed. And that accelerates your early game by leaps and bounds. If you can find an auger, you really can make some incredible progress early on in the game. But I have no other suggestion than that. I don't do the working stiffs anymore. If I find one, that's fine. I'll go check it out time to time. But I don't make it a point to ride around looking for those stores anymore and looting everything. Very early game, you have to. But once you find some traders, you don't need to go back to town anymore. Or I don't, at least. I probably go back for some electrical components at some point. But I don't have any plans on going back to town for looting stores and that sort of thing. I think I'm done with that portion of the game. Anything that I need, I'll simply get it from a trader, and that'll be that. So we're still just following the gravel here. following the gravel, taking it level by level, and clearing it out. See, we've already picked up a couple stacks of sand. And don't forget, too, when I say a couple stacks, we have increased size stacks here, so we're getting a decent amount. 4,000 more than your average stack, which isn't a lot, but my stack is a little bit larger than the typical stack. That saved me having to download any kind of mods for my inventory to hold more. You know, I noticed, I think it was Game for Kicks, or it was someone, maybe it was Z-Nation, but it was someone, had a huge inventory. I mean, their inventory was massive. And maybe their mini bike storage was too. And it was some mod that they had downloaded to do that for them. And if I can't mod it myself, I typically try to stay away from it. I don't care for the mods too much. Now, we may do some type of a mod pack at some point here moving forward. I hadn't decided yet. I said I probably would on Alpha 16, but that'll just be the whole shebang and not just like one little mod like increased inventory space, triple your inventory space or whatever. It's just easier for me to increase the stack size a little bit, and I'd increase the stack size of everything just to select items, you know, like the sand. Like the lead is still the normal stack size, you know, that's just normal stack size. Nitrate, coal, all that stuff's normal stack size. The stone, which is most abundant when you're mining because it's everywhere, and the iron. The iron. Those were increased. But everything else is just the same as it always was. Paper is a little larger stack size, maybe. Instead of 250, it's 500. A few things like that. And our gas, I figured, heck, if we're going to increase the auger capacity, why not just increase the gas stack size as well a little bit. That's not saving us on Horde Night, folks. That's not making Horde Night any easier for us. And you all haven't seen anything yet. You haven't seen anything yet. Just wait. Just wait. I had this stream this past weekend. Let's see what our game stage. Game stage 1020. So expect this next Horde to have multiple feral radiated cops and whites. Because on the stream this past weekend, I'm over 1,000 on my game stages. More feral radiated cops and whites than I have seen thus far early game. And I still kind of consider day 42, 49 early game because the way that things have changed now on Alpha 16. I don't really consider that mid-game anymore. That's still almost early game. But let's see what we're up to. All right, we're not much more, folks. Not much more. We are at 33 minutes. All right, 33 minutes. So a little bit more. Then we want to go take care of that tree farm and get the garden replanted. See what we're up to for gardening, for resources, chrysanthemum, cotton, goldenrod, all of that stuff. There's even more lead right there. Look at that. This continues to go down. It must go all the way down to bedrock. You know, I mean, it must go all the way down to bedrock because look at that. We're just finding it. There's a whole new spot. Matter of fact, since I'm not coming back, we're going to mark that spot with a little frame or two right there. I'm going to repair this one more time and fill out this last slot here with something. Be nice to fill it out with lead. Of course, I don't want to poop out stone, but let's just selectively pick now. Oh yeah, it continues to go on. Look at that. Look at that. There's more lead down there. We'll come back. We'll get all of that. We're going to still need it. We're still going to need a lot more lead. It's just the beginning of the amount of lead that we need. Oh, yeah, there's a whole new layer. What level are we at? Minus 47, so we still have multiple layers to cover before we actually reach bedrock. All right, so I'm going to have to build my way up here. And there was talk. Maybe I mentioned this on the last episode? Or no, maybe it was on my stream series. That I was losing enthusiasm on the game. And, I apologize. It was said that, it was noticeable that others were not enjoy it. Was a bad experience or something for all because of my lack of enthusiasm or something, because it sounded like I was getting burnt out. But the comment that I made about going through the motions was that that's what happens later on in the alphas, is that the server gets, it gets slow. Not as many people play. Right now, we only have like 1 or 2 people playing on the server. Just get a little weary, a little tired of it. All the newness wears off of the new alpha. And I talked about kind of going through the motions, but this series is just starting, folks. I have not even scratched the surface of what I want to do on this series. I went for 203 episodes on Alpha 15, and that was uploading every single day, Sunday, Saturday, every day. Of course, I wasn't streaming back then. But I have full intentions of hitting that number again, 200 and something plus episodes, and accomplishing much more than we accomplished on Alpha 15. Alpha 15, I was very unsure of how I wanted to do this whole Let's Play and everything. And this time I have well, I won't say a goal, but I'm more focused on what I need to do to be, to have a successful series and be entertaining. Now, those early morning recordings, they're pretty rough on me. It doesn't sound like I'm enjoying myself, but I assure you, I am having a blast to wake up at like 5:45 in the morning, have a cup of coffee, sit down and do a recording. Really excited about this build. I'm excited about this build and where it's going to go. Is that a mine back there that I just passed? It sure was. This particular build is doing something different than I've done before. The last series, I built a little quick base, move on. Build a little quick base, move on. We did a couple mid-sized bases and a lot of small bases. And I was just disappointed at the end. I felt, boy, I just didn't feel like we got enough done. You know what? We have one extra slot here. Why not? Oh, yeah, we have 2 because I'm carrying around my emergency tuna. Emergency tuna. We're up to 20. 20 tuna, folks. We're up to 20. The chicken of the sea. Yeah, but this time, I'm going to start it out, do a big base. When we're done with this base, we'll do another base. Oh, there's a piggy. Piggy. Tell you what, piggy. We're going to switch to regular crossbow bolts. And I'm going to come shoot you in the face, Mr. Piggy. Give me that meat. Yeah. But we're going to make this one as cool and as nice as we can make it. As functional. And then when we're done, I'm going to build another one. And then another one and another one. And they're just going to get bigger and better every time. Hopefully. But the basic defense, I enjoy it. I think it's, I know it's probably not so exciting to watch, but it's very efficient. Very efficient. And there are very few wasted corpses for the bones. Get a little bit of loot out of it too, being that the bodies are so spread about. But the loot's not the concern. It's it's all the bones that I want. And so I'll stick with that style defense for a while. For this base, at least. We'll enhance it. We'll do some other cool things with it. We'll change it up. We'll change the look of it up, at least. Maybe not the functionality, but the look of it. will certainly change over time. Get away from me, woman. Knock her dead. But I know when I'm talking like this and it's like 6 in the morning, that doesn't sound very enthused. But I'm enthused. I'm enthused. I'm excited. I get up in those mornings and I'm like, oh, I have this idea, but if I wait till tonight, never gonna remember what it was that I wanted to do. You know, sometimes you wake up in the morning and a little light bulb goes off and you have this clear mind and idea of something you want to do. You don't want to put that off. You want to get it done. I gotta hurry here because I'm sort of on limited time today. Let's see. Stone. Let's just put it all away first, and then we'll assess what it is that we're gonna do with it all. Sand. A few stacks of that. Iron. Now we need to go get more lead or more clay. We're out of clay. And lead. Boy, we're out of fuel. Do a sort. But there's no need to put fuel in anything before because all right. Nice. Nice. I like it. Let me go ahead and stick that up in there for now. We might as well smelt it. We could split it up. We don't need any more clay in there. We're good on clay. This one, turn it on. Turn it on. Nothing in that one. Get our cement kicking. Nice. Well, I appreciate it. If you hung out here today, tip of the old hat to you, sir or ma'am, because we just set ourselves up for a little while on crafting needs, or raw resources, I guess I should say, to get us on by. Look at that, capped out, 30,000. Don't even need to smelt any more in there, but I hate to leave it. That's a bad word to use. I don't want to say that, but hate. But don't want to leave it just sitting there empty, not burning. And that one has a lot. That one has a lot. Building. Nope. Crafting. Nope. Yeah, we're almost out of wood. Before I go any further, we need to hurry. I need to hurry. Get here and get that. Get this. Do a sort. Put our meat in here. Chainsaw, check. We could... I'm not going to even worry about it. I was going to say I could take the fertilizer and the hoe. And we go over here and plant another row. And so. But I'm just going to pick it, replant it. I'm going to cut all this down. Don't even know if we'll do the front portion of this. So, watch your ears, folks. Here we go. I'm going to turn it down a little bit. That's pretty loud. I may need to pick the garden before I cut the trees, just in case. I'll just keep aiming up. I just don't want to hit the plants with the chainsaw. I think as long as I aim up the way I'm aiming up here, it should be good. Well, today was resource gathering day. And we certainly did that. Nice. Ah, so much wood. I'm sorry, I'm all zoned out here. I'm just, wow. Scotty beamed me up. I was kind of lost in the rhythm of the chainsaw and the trees and all of that. Kind of expecting a wandering horde at any moment now. I almost forgot to turn the always run off on the server here. Almost left that on today, and I thought, I almost decided once I went to change it to just leave it on there, you know? Just leave it on always run. Oh, there's a zombie. I didn't even see how much wood we got. It's 40,000, right? No. 34,000. How did I miscalculate that? I thought, yeah, I'm thinking about the stream series. 40,000. We could increase the size of this. We may need to increase the size of it. We need to double the size of it, possibly. Let me kill off Mr. Zombie here so he doesn't come messing up my garden. Hitting on stuff. Come here. Dead. All right. We certainly have the seed to do it. Is there another zombie now? Look at how fast I can replant this, though. I'm holding shift. I'm just pausing as I right-click on each hole, but other than that, I'm just holding the button down. The shift in the board. I guess I could. Once I get lined up with it. Look at that. Look at that. I'm running. I'm sprinting and planting. That's how easy that is. Easy as 1, 2, 3. A, B, C. Baby, you and me. There's your little singing for the day. All right, so get rid of this zombie. So I get the seed made for this. Let's count this out here real quick. Oh, that's not even ready yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. So 28. That's how long it is. I missed one. I'm basically sprinting down the rows here to pick this stuff too. All right, now that's silly. I don't understand why some of those don't grow like they should. So what do we need here for seed? 28 times 2 is 56, and I guess we could just do 56 cotton. E46 chrysanthemum. And we'll turn all the goldenrod into seed to get those planted. All right, so chrysanthemum, except for we're going to have a couple extras left over here because, you know, it didn't grow like it was supposed to. That'll probably be ready for next harvest. It's a shame, too, because we waste a little bit of fertilizer right there on that. As many rows as we have of this stuff, though, I do not think we're going to be hurting for it. Now, we might actually be able to go over. I'll have to see what my top garden looks like on top of the base and how much goldenrod we're sitting on. We might be able to just grow until I change the base up and do away with it. The forge room, I may be able to just grow my goldenrod on top of the base there instead of worrying about putting it over here. We did put all this fertilizer down, though. As well utilize it. Oh, I guess we didn't. I should have brought that fertilizer. I thought we had these rows completely fertilized. Oh, zombie lady. Come here, zombie lady. Watch out for that cactus. That thing is prickly. Very prickly. Nice. Well, we got a lot done today, more than I expected. Honestly, I didn't think we were going to get all of this done today. The mining. The one thing we did not get was nitrate. We got a little bit of coal just picking at nodes on the surface, but we got everything. We got stone, iron, lead, coal, wood. Our garden's all harvested now and replanted. We're setting ourselves up for a successful week on the series, I hope. And we'll get back to this beast of a build here at some point. Gonna change those supports up too. Gonna change that up. Those are just temporary. But I thought of something I want to do with those. We'll make that look all nice before long here. Let's check the top here. See what this garden is doing. Or not doing. Ooh, you know what we can do before I end the episode? We can do this number right here. Let's stick our wood away. We're going to stick some of it away at least. Except for I probably should stick it in the building. It has more space. And frame. Ooh, frame Roger Rabbit. We're going to make all of those 1934. And we're going to take our snowballs. Oh, we had some murky water there too. Nice. Let's go grab a couple of those frames. Do that. Bottle murky water. Boop, boop. Boop, bop, beep, bop, boop. And going to put this in there because... Oh, the goldenrod's the one thing we don't have. Have it right there. Paint. So let's just do one. I'll show you here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and there's 50. So let's do this. 8,650 paint. Nice. Well, that's going to get us on by, ladies and gentlemen. We'll take the rest of this. Put it in here. We have our chrysanthemum growing over there. That's the only thing we need it for. We have 2 rows of that. Look at all of that meat. We still can't eat a meat stew. You believe that? I don't even have points in that silly thing. And not hungry at all. Full day's worth of work. Little man's pretty resilient. Doesn't need to eat. Must be on a diet. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for hanging out here with me again today. Tomorrow when we come back, we will we'll begin building on this base again. We'll try to get this thing that much closer to completion. Hopefully all of this will smelt down. We can make some more bulletproof glass. Well, I hope you have yourselves a good day, good evening, wherever you may be located. And I will see you all tomorrow.